So if you have an agency model type of business where you're constantly working with people all the time, you constantly have a community of clients that you're working with, flip it around. Agencies are in the perfect position to benefit from payment processing. This is something that will actually run your company so that you can do what's making the money. And that's what I'm here to show you. Everywhere you go, people are swiping credit cards. Now, behind me is a courthouse. It's probably not a super busy courthouse, but there's still some swiping of credit cards happening, or some inserting of credit cards happening, some keying in of credit cards that are happening. You have legal fees, you have all kinds of other court fees, you have your municipality fees. Think about it, even when you pay your energy bill, how are you paying it? You're paying it through a recurring income that's set up via credit card. If you're an agency and you're used to going out there constantly getting leads, if you have a community already and your community in America swiping credit cards, they could be in another country swiping credit cards in America, but they can even be in America swiping credit cards in another country. There's all kinds of ways that an agency can get paid from payment processing. You don't have to only rely on the big billionaire-backed companies like Stripe and PayPal. Sometimes people that could care less about the entrepreneur, which is you and I. Agencies are in the perfect position to benefit from payment processing. Imagine if you have a small agency of, let's just say, 10 clients. Each client has maybe 200 clients on recurring income. Instead of them paying all these other institutions that don't know you, don't care anything about you, and that would shut you down in a heartbeat and then send you a letter saying, hey, would you like to borrow some money? Instead of sending your clients' customers to those type of entities, you can tell that one client, hey, listen, why don't you work with me on the payment processing? And with a copy and paste of a particular key, all those transactions could be going through your agency. Now, maybe those transactions only come up to $1 million a month. Maybe it's $500,000 a month. Does it really make a difference? It's every single month, and you make a small percentage off of every single transaction. You may only make, on some accounts, $50 per month. You can make $50,000 per month. You don't know, but it's income coming in that you're making while you sleep. There's nothing wrong with getting into the high ticket programs. You can process for those people too. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of those models are being attacked by the FTC. A lot of the high ticket coaches, they're coming under fire because you have a ton of customers who are reporting them, especially those who are using other methods of payment. People are bypassing credit cards for high ticket, which I'm not mad about, and they're going to a buy now, pay later type of model, because they don't want to deal with a customer charging back that transaction. You as the business owner selling that particular product and service through your buy now, pay later option, you're still going to come up under scrutiny, because now your customer has no way of challenging the transaction, because now they have to go to some other third-party company. That doesn't mean that they're not going to report you. That doesn't mean the FTC is not going to be knocking on your door possibly one day. It's just, for right now, you got the money. So there's nothing wrong with that, but why not now take all these high ticket clients that you have who you're teaching how to make money online, and why don't you just shift and have them process with you? Why not do that? Why not make a percentage off of every single transaction that happens? You don't have to go out and always hunt every single day, and you have to go out and literally eat what you kill every single day. That has to be exhausting to be on a treadmill like that, where you go out and you have to constantly sell people every second of the day. Like, I know people like that. Unless you're making money for them, or unless they can make money from you in some kind of way, they don't even want to communicate with you. You're not even considered a friend. They're good people. But if they were up under so much stress and pressure to, I guess, have this lifestyle, I don't think they would be like that. Everything wouldn't just be transactional. Who wants to have only transactional people in their life, or transactional friends? I remember a wise man saying, you want friendships in all walks of life. Friendships, not transaction. No friendships in all walks of life. Friendship is friend. There should be nothing that comes before that. Friend is a friend. But when you're up under so much stress, you already accumulated all this extra trinkets of success, or signs of appearing success, but you have the the Gucci and the Louis and all the exotic brands on, the exotic cars and everything, things that are marked up 1,000% with companies that wouldn't give you the time of day unless you were buying from them. Companies that would never invest in you, never invest in your community unless they were like going to be able to take a ton of money out of it. Like, why? And then now you're on this treadmill, the real rat race, where now you're having to make all this extra money from the very people that you love just to pay the very people that don't love you. Why? You don't have to do that. There's a better way. And that's what I'm here to show you. So if you have an agency model type of business where you're constantly working with people all the time, you constantly have a community of clients that you're working with, flip it around, turn it around, and now allow them to process through you. This is not through a middleman or a white label of a white label. This is not that. There are white labels out there where you can go through them and they may mark up the price 1,000%, and you may send them business and then they send it somewhere else. Who knows where they're sending the business to? And then in turn, they will also send the business somewhere else. So your percentage of the pie is gonna be like this. Why not get a much bigger piece of the pie? So why not set yourself up for success? It's not as difficult as you think. You already know what to do. You already know how to get leads. If you don't know how to get leads, we will help you get leads. We have the software for it. And we also have AI that is specifically built for payment processing. This isn't something that someone else creates who is not in payment processing. You have to be in payment processing, and you have to be there at a certain level to understand where the AI fits in. This is not something that a third party can create, or somebody just sits around thinking, oh, let me create AI for payment processing. No, this is something that will actually run your company so that you can do what's making the money. You can actually do what actually builds the relationships with your clients. We have the software, and then outside of the AI software, we're not just allowing a robot to run the entire company. We have the staff that's already here to support you. We have the customer service to support you. We have the tech support that is here to support you. We have the risk analyst that's here to support you. We have the underwriters that's here to support you. We have the compliance that's here to support you. We're direct with the card brands. So when you have that kind of scenario, it is an opportunity that you do not want to miss. Instead of constantly having to go out and, I say, eat what you kill or kill what you eat, instead of having to go and do that every single day, just turn it around. Look at school. School is using Stripe. I'm sure they get a percentage of the sales. Look at WAP. WAP is a white label of Stripe. They're getting a percentage of the sales. Matter of fact, they charge, I think, almost a whole 100% or 100 basis points on top of what Stripe already is charging. So if Stripe is charging 2.95 and they're charging another 1% or 2% on top of that, that's almost double. Fan bases, a white label of Stripe, doing the same thing. Whatever Stripe charges, they just add on top of that. They're not doing payment processing. They're white labeling. So why can't you now, in turn, do the same thing? And instead of going through an entity that goes to another entity, just go direct. And that's what we want to offer to you. I hope this helps. If you have any other questions, if you have any concerns and you say, hey, well, how do you do this or how do you do that? Let me know. Love to work with you. Be good.